Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Today, I want to discuss an era of underappreciated watches and of hidden value in today's market, though I don't think it'll last for long. And that is the neo vintage watch era. And I'm going to show you 4 examples today that you can pick up for a steal. Now, of course, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. Today, I'm wearing my Patek 5296 Calatrava sector dial in white gold. Haven't worn this one in like 3 months, and it definitely deserved to be taken out of the watch box. And also, guys, do not forget to check out DelReyWatch.com. A bunch of new watches have hit inventory, including the very rare Breguet Marine Big Date with the rarely seen blue dial and bracelet. This combination is gorgeous, and it is very rarely seen, not to mention the cheapest one out there. Next up is one of my favorite watches of all time, and that is the Roger Dubuis Sympathy Bi-Retro Perpetual Calendar with the extremely rare mother of pearl dial. I love everything about this watch. I love the complication, I love the case, I love the rarity, and I love that mother of pearl dial. Definitely a statement piece. And then we also got in, man, it's a lot of rare watches today. We also got in the very rare Laurent Ferrier Classic Micro Rotor watch, completely unworn, full box, full papers at a deep, deep discount. I mean, I'm very proud of the new watches we've recently gotten, if you can't tell. All that and way more at DelReyWatch.com, the best place for a watch geek to buy a watch. Link in the description below. So anyway, guys, the neo vintage watch era. I categorize it from like the very late 80s / early 90s all the way to the early 2000s. I'd say there's a good 12, 14 years in there of some very cool watches that are underappreciated. Now, back then, things were different. Production was lower. Watches weren't this hot. A lot of brands were still independent or even still existed, like Vincent Calabrese, rest in peace, or Daniel Roth, or Gerald Genta, all rest in peace. Things weren't entirely focused on in-house movements, rather what watchmakers can put on top of in-house movements, like perpetual calendar modules, retrograde modules, stuff like that. And the design language wasn't so safe. A lot of funkier things came out back then. And unfortunately, or fortunately if you're a collector, all the way up until right before COVID, these were rock bottom priced watches. I mean, you can get some very high-end watches for $3,000-$4,000 that now sell or would sell for way more. Now, we're no longer pre-COVID, as you can tell, but I still do think these are massively underrated. I do see the market creeping up. People are starting to discover these pieces, or rather rediscover them and learn about them. And prices have definitely gone up, as I said, but nowhere near where they will be. Now, I will say none of this is a recommendation for an investment, but I do think they still show fantastic value for money. And I'm going to give you 4 examples in no particular order. The first one is the Bulgari Diagono aluminum. This 38 millimeter ETA-driven watch with a rubber bezel and rubber strap looks just like the one they reissued. But the one they reissued is going to cost you $3,000 to $4,000 pre-owned. You can pick this one up for under $1,000 in a lot of cases. By the way, it goes without saying, all these watches are on Del Rey Watch. I will put links below. But yeah, I mean, we have a Bulgari Diagono, which has been re-released, and this is the OG one with the aluminum case for under $1,000 with a very reliable ETA movement. I mean, that is value. Moving slightly more high horology, we have the Audemars Piguet WTM, the 40 millimeter in rose gold with a date. A 40 millimeter rose gold AP. Yes, a design which back then nobody really loved, but now is kind of coming into vogue with an AP quality movement and gold prices circling $3,000 an ounce, and you can get that for under $8,000. Guys, that is about the price of a 36 millimeter steel Datejust, even less. That is absolutely insane for a gold Audemars Piguet from the 90s. If you want something slightly more modern, you should take a look at the Zenith Elite Grand Date. It's got a moon phase, it's got a big date, 40 millimeter stainless steel case, an in-house movement made by a very prestigious watchmaker under $3,300 with all those complications. Guys, I don't know, man, the value is just there. And then last but not least, we have the Vacheron Constantin Gen 2 overseas chronograph with a big date, 40 millimeters with the highly intricate bracelet and case, and these are under $15,000. You know, Gen 3s are around 18 and Gen 4s are around 25, and they're not any better. In fact, I would say these are a lot rarer and more collectible. All these kind of semi-forgotten watches, they right now they make your dollar stretch out so far that it's incredible. And it used to go further, but of course with YouTubers and the internet and Facebook groups, people are rediscovering these, but there are still opportunities in the watch collecting market where you can get something really cool and not break the bank. And I just wanted to highlight these four for you. There are hundreds of more examples. Anyway, guys, shorter little video today, but trust me, take a look at these 90s timepieces. These or others from this era. There's great value to be had. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more content. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Take care.